yoga instructor, supple and sweet with impeccable form. You tell yourself that you could have fucked her, but you were too busy with internet porn. Lovely Elaine offered care and affection. You might have been the one she adored. Took you forever to get an erection, and when you looked up she was out of the door. Don't despair, sweet child. Your midnight queen's gonna make everything alright. You may do the walk of shame come morning light, but your midnight queen's gonna hold you tight, and he promised it's just one last time. Jose Luis was a fella from Grindr, 'cause desperate times call for desperate needs. He only served as a painful reminder that you weren't designed for that kind of misdeed. Amelia kept you deep in the friend zone, pills and persuasion that earned you a date. But you know what happened with too many benzos. Offended and ended, you just masturbate. Don't despair, sweet child. Your midnight queen's gonna make everything alright. You may do the walk of shame come morning light, but your midnight queen's gonna hold you tight, and you promise it's just one last time. So when you're done bad and feeling dejected, all dressed up and sexed up with nowhere to go, there's always one name in your long list of exes that you can depend on and never say no. Everyone needs someone to rely on, a lover who cares when you're broken and small. One day you'll find a shoulder to cry on. Till that day comes, you know who to call. Don't despair, sweet child. Your midnight queen's gonna make everything alright. You may do the walk of shame come morning light, but
Hello everybody, this is MFG. Welcome to tonight's running of the IUF1 Champions Division United States Grand Prix here in Texas tonight. Got 11 drivers here tonight. Quite a few had to, unfortunately, miss tonight. So we will see. Usually I race in this division also, but had to cover the comms for tonight, so I had to also give my seat up tonight. It's a sunny day here in Texas. See who will be the first one to go out here. My home Grand Prix, considering I am from the States myself. Looks like we have a car going out. Is Dre Dude in his Alfa Romeo. Now our Champions Division, if you're new to the IUF1, is no assist, so everything is turned off for these guys. No line, no ABS, no traction. Got a feeling sometimes I think we have lower numbers because some guys just don't want to give the no assist stuff a try. We have 11 here tonight. Points leader Kudo in the house. Me Bender second in the standings, 102 points back. Also here, Me Bender will be looking to see if he can cut into Kudo's lead here. Now it looks like we have an Aston Martin and a Mercedes leaving, pit road right now, going out on the track. It is a sunny late afternoon here in Big Texas. Dre Dude going to be the first one to start a lap here up the hill into turn one. Blind corner, especially, man, when you're using no line here, it's tough to get through turn one. Dre Dude runs just a hair wide, keeps the momentum of that Alfa Romeo going. So far, smooth looking up here for the Alfa Romeo driver. Now, down this super long back straightaway here at Coda. See the Ferrari get out of the way. Hopefully the Alpine sees him coming. Whoa, and the Alpine didn't. That might have been, I think that was Verlinghento. He did not realize Dre Dude was actually on a hot lap, and that just totally blew his lap as he got blocked. Find somebody else as his lap is a loss. Bender on an out lap here. Let's see. Dre Dude does go P1, but that lap is now on board here. Points leader Kudo in that Mercedes. Gary has spun and now got DQ from the session for his car pointing the wrong way for too long. Gary will have to start in the back of the field. Kudo awful wide. Coda, very hard track with no assist. Got no line. Some of these corners are blind. Kudo goes 134.369. Now Laveri, oh, goes super wide in the Haas. Raja did not invalidate his time. Went super wide. Bounces up 138 as you saw how wide he goes. Scott's his teammate now bounces up to P2, so they got the two houses currently in the top three. These drivers missing the apex on a couple of these blind corners. They come around up the lower hill, they can't see him. Donahino goes P3 now, 136.6. On board here, Lucky now on a set of mediums. See what Lucky can do. Sun right in the driver's eyes, and it was like he gave up on his lap. Had a car coming behind. It might have been Rob Starks in the Aston Martin. Now 134.3, still the time to beat by our points leader here. We'll see what Starks can do here in that Aston Martin as he comes out the final corner. Gonna go P4, 137.4. Dante, his teammate, now in the other Aston Martin. Like he is just trying to get some heat in them tires as he's letting the battery charge. Might have made a mistake early. Give you a lap around with the Ferrari driver as Hamilton is getting ready to start his lap. Coming up to the final corner, give you a good view here of how blind a couple of these corners are. Turn 1 might be the biggest one as you can come up the hill like you cannot see. You're definitely relying on the marker boards on the right on when to go and when to turn in. Lily did a pretty good job there. Didn't quite get down to the apex, but still was able to get back on the throttle soon. Now DDS's. Come around the corner. It's a quick downhill one, so you kind of hard to see the apex on that one. Then you come up the hill here. Barely see the rumble strips on this one as he comes through now. Just purple sector in sector 1. So with no assist, you would definitely, with no line, you would definitely see a couple guys miss turn 1. Also, the second to last corner, which is another uphill blind left-hander, which you are definitely relying on the marker boards. Come around the corner here, then you can come up to the lower hill here, and you can see how you cannot see the apex of the corner. So you're great job there by Louis. Hit the mark just right, got down to the apex here. This could be a very good lap here for the Ferrari drive coming out final corner, and it is 134.2. And Louis goes P1. Great lap there. His teammate was Kneebender now on track to get his first lap in. As the Williams driver gets ready to start his first lap. Kneebender looking to gain some points tonight on Kudo. Kneebender second in the standings, 102 points behind. Here in the IUF1, all 20 drivers, when we do have full fields, are available to score points. Race winner. So if you take the normal FIA World Championship standing point system, we just add 10 to that, and then from 11th on down to 20th to get 10 down to 1 point. You must complete 90% of the race to be available to actually score points. So race winner actually gets 35 points, and you can get a bonus point for driver of the day and fastest lap. So you can gain as much as 37 points in a race. So we've been in a position now where he really needs Kudo to have some couple bad races to where like he does not finish and score any points at all, and then capitalize with a couple of victories, as we only have 4 more races remaining in the season after tonight's race, and Meebender has now gone P1 133.719. Kudo goes P1 133.534, so these guys starting to get used to it. And validation there. Both Dante and Gary have now been DQ'd. Lucky out on the racetrack. Lucky into pit lane there and hits the wall, and he has crashed out trying to get back onto pit road. Oliveira now on a lap here in the Haas. We are now just under 6 minutes here remaining in qualifying. Oliveira is reserving for me tonight, so hopefully he does well. Ooh, Oliveira real wide there. They did not DQ him. He's not using a lot of battery here, so he might be trying to save it up for this lap. Here he comes. Now you can see him starting to use that battery going up the hill. Hard on the brakes here into turn 1. Gets down to the apex nicely. They're back on the throttle in that Haas. Now, under 4 minutes remaining here in qualifying. A lot of guys coming out now to get their final runs in here. See if Oliveira here can pick up some time. Right now, currently in that 7th position, his teammate is up in P4. Awful wide there. He is really having issues getting that final corner down. Does not improve. That last blind corner there is really hurting him. We saw him miss it 2 laps in a row there. I kind of tried to brake at the, there's a black marker, there's a black board, like where the safety car sign and all would come up on that corner. And usually that's like right around there is like where I try to brake and start to turn in to try to hit that corner somewhat, since you cannot see it. Right now Oliveira has not seemed to be able to find a particular mark where he can brake and turn in and get that corner. The guys that have are the guys that you see up front. And with all due respect, some of the guys like myself race in this tier just for the practice, because I'm new to no assist myself. So some of these guys are, you know, this is their first, not first race, but first time going no assist. Is Kudo starts the lap, doesn't improve any. On board now with the Ferrari here. See if Leo Hamilton can improve any. Needs to pick up about 0.8 of a second if he'd like to get that P1 position here. Looks like Hamilton has given up on his lap. Here comes Kudo. Let's see what Kudo can do. On purple there in sector 2 here. Under a minute remaining now in qualifying. Nice corner there by Kudo. Right over the rumble strips. There should be a good lap. He does. 133 flat. Knee bender. Now starting his final run here. And Rebender gained 0.8 of a second here and take pole into turn 1. Good job, got down to the apex, back on the throttle here. Qualifying has ended. Good job through the S's. Me been the rest purple in sector 1 here. Did not go purple in sector 2. He did go purple sector 1 here. A little wide through that corner. Here he comes, hard on the brakes, back on the throttle. Coming out from the corner. Can he do it? No, he doesn't. He does improve, but does not get pole. 133.481. The Meebender will start in that second position, as that is going to do us for qualifying. So your pole winner is going to be the Mercedes here of Kudo. Good job there. 133.004 is the pole lap here tonight for the Champions Division. Don't forget, we take a 5-minute break here from Qualifying into the race, Kudo wins pole, Meebender second, Hamilton third, Drady is going to go fourth. That's fifth, Valentino over here in sixth, Oliveira is going to start seventh, starts will start P8, followed by Lucky, Dante, and Gary will round out the 11 car field. So we will be back here in 5 minutes. 28 laps here tonight around the circuits of the Americas.
Was a yoga instructor, supple and sweet with impeccable form. You tell yourself that you could have fucked her, but you were too busy with internet porn. Lovely Elaine offered care and affection. You might have been the one she adored. Took you forever to get an erection. She was out of the door. Don't despair, sweet child. Your midnight queen's gonna make everything alright. You made you the walk of shame. Was a fella from Grindr, 'cause desperate times call for desperate needs. He only served as a painful reminder that you weren't designed for that kind of misdeed. Amelia kept you deep in the friend zone. Pills and persuasion that earned you a date. But you know what happened with too many benzos. And ended, you just masturbate. Don't despair, sweet child. Your midnight queen's gonna make everything alright. You made you the walk of shame come morning light. But your midnight queen's gonna hold you tight, and you promise it's just one last So when you're done bad and feeling dejected, all dressed up and sexed up with nowhere to go, there's always one name in your long list of exes that you can depend on and never say no. Everyone needs someone to rely on, a lover who cares when you're broken and small. One day you'll find the shoulder to cry on. Till that day comes, you know who to call. Don't despair, sweet child.
Alright everybody, welcome back here to what is a very wet coda here for the race. It is a downpour from my view, being in spectator mode and not having access to the weather. This definitely looks like it is going to be a full wet start here. So we'll see if all the drivers start on the full wet blue wall tires or the green intermediates here, as we should be just now moments away from getting her going. You can hear the beeper going, so these guys are readying up here. So the 28 laps, have to see if we get any kind of weather changes. And here we go, and they are off and running. Meadbender up into turn one, looking for the race lead. Kudo goes wide. Meadbender kind of cut the corner short. See the guys traveling, a little bit of lagging, and there's some cars spinning. The Haas went through the Ferrari there. Looked like Lewis Hamilton lost it. Full core safety car out here. On lap one, looks like everybody will be able to continue. Really doesn't think it's going to hurt the tire strategy at all, since everybody is on full wets. Very wet circuit. Up in turn one, you saw the Ferrari get a little sideways. And then a little bit of lag in the game as you saw the Haas kind of bouncing him around. Hopefully the game will work itself out here. Like Dots has left the session. Let me try to get him back in. He is showing offline, so might have lagged out. We are under focus. If anybody comes in, if anybody got any damage in that, there's Dante's coming down pit road. Leo Hamilton also coming down pit road. Here comes Valentino. So 3 drivers are coming down pit road here. Check here and see if Dots has got back online. He did say he got disconnected. So we'll see if he's showing back online. Yes, he is. Send him an invite. Hopefully he can get back in before we go back and he can get control of his car. We're running order here. At the beginning, Kudo is your race leader. Me Bender now second. Dre Dude third. Dots here in fourth. Hopefully he gets back in the lobby before we get back to racing. Lucky in fifth. Oliveira now sixth. Gary seventh. Starks eighth. Dante, Hamilton, and Valentina all had to make stops here on lap number 2. Still no word about going back to racing this time by. Safety car looks like it is going to go for one more lap. Try to give Dots another invite here while we got a chance under this SC. Would expect the safety car to be in this time by, as the field is fully back together. Here on lap number 3, Kudo, who won the pole, has led the first 2 laps under racing, leading here on lap 3. Sent another invite to Dotsy. Haven't noticed him jumping back in the lobby yet. His car is still in ghost mode. So hopefully he can get his stuff reset and get in the lobby. Safety car is in this time. Don't forget, you can take a look at the IUF1 ticker at the bottom of your screen, which will let you update the standings coming into tonight's US Grand Prix. Dots has just entered the room here. We'll see if he gets control of his car here. So this is going to be iffy if he gets control of his car, like once they start. You'll have to keep an eye on when he's going. As you can see, the ghost car kind of hopping around. I think maybe he might have jumped in his car and got control of it, and it shot him in front of Dre Dude. Looks like he is back in the car, so I don't think that was him doing it on purpose. It looks like the game threw him around. And we are now back to racing. Kudo is gone. Dots here in third. Here comes Stray Dude, so everybody sees all these guys making up the hill here. Got the 2 Aston Martins back here fighting for 8th and 9th here. Starks and Dante. Hamilton here in 10th, and Valentino now after making stops. Kudo now out to a 1.7 second lead over Me Bender. Dots in third. Dre Dude now fourth. Lucky in fifth. Oliveira here in sixth. Then Gary. Dante has gotten around his teammates, moved Dante up to that 8th position. Starks now in 9th, goes wide. Here comes Hamilton. This is a battle for 9th. Hamilton gets the spot, slides in front of the Aston Martin. That's going to move Starks back to P10 and Valentino here in 11th. Now with the way we score points, the worst you can finish here tonight is 11th place, which is good points. So it is very important for the drivers here to finish this race regardless of how bad your luck is going. Me Bender now starting to cut into that lead. It was at 1.7. It is now down to 1.4. Top 3 now starting to pull away. 2.5 seconds back to Grady here in 4th, who is under fire from Lucky. So I get no weather reports being in spectator mode, so I am got no clue if the rain is supposed to lighten up throughout the event or if it's going to be all 28 laps in this condition. You see this battle for 4th going through the S's. Grady, Lucky all over the back of him here. Give you a view on what Lucky sees here in the rain. Gotta be super careful in the rain, getting back on the throttle here. Up the hill into the ashes, you see these guys just kind of rolling through. And now, Lucky, is he going to take the move? No, he doesn't. Gets on the brakes, slides her in there. Stays off the back of the Alfa Romeo, gets her going again. And it looks like Rob Starks is around. He's going to get that Aston Martin move again. Here comes Lucky. Down this long back straight, but he's going to go to the inside. Grady's going to hold him off at the moment. Grady locks the brakes up. Slides through the corner. That's going to open the door for Lucky. Grady's going to fight him back here on the inside. Grady looks like he is going to not be able to quite hold him off. He's not. Lucky moved that AlphaTauri up to 4th. Lucky now for Grady back to 5th, and he's now got the Haas of Alvaro on the back of him. You can see that Aston Martin really wiggling around in these conditions. He's drifting here. Just doesn't quite looks like he has enough downforce on that race car for these conditions. Lucky looks like one of the drivers that is probably, or JD, excuse me, he's probably hoping that this rain goes away and this track can get a little drier for him. He is really struggling here early in the rain as they go up the hill into turn 1. You can see him locking up and the car just sliding around, and Oliveira now is right on the back of him. Oh, you can see that Alfa Romeo just sliding around. Grady really fighting to hold on to it. Hamilton makes an early pit stop here. Now, I thought about racing tonight and just doing the broadcast from my point of view. But being in these conditions, I'd have probably already crashed out. Business now starting to pick up here for this 5th position. You got 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th all right here. Grady once again goes wide in that corner, and that is going to open the door. The Haas is through. You see the Ferrari of Gary got wide. They're struggling getting back on the power. Oh no, Gary is out. Don't know what happened. I think maybe the AlphaTauri, the Alfa Romeo had spun. We saw Grady really fighting the handling on that Alfa Romeo, and it looked like he might have spun and got turned sideways right in front of Gary, and Gary just had nowhere to go. runs into the side of him. So Gary, under this virtual safety car, is unfortunately our first retiree here in the rain. That is not going to bring out a full course yellow. It's just going to bring out a virtual safety car. Great dude making stop Valentino. So you got some drivers here making stops. Not sure what changes you can make. I know you can adjust the front wing on the car, but you cannot adjust the rear wing. So we'll have to see how this works out for everybody. Virtual safety car is still out. Dre Dude has now picked up a penalty drive-through for speeding, as we are now back to racing. Udo still your race leader. Meatbender here in second. Dots has picked up a penalty. He is now down in P3. Oliveira now up to fourth. Dante here in fifth. Lucky sixth. Dre Dude, who's got us over drive-through now, is in P7. Rob Starks in 8th. Hamilton 9th. And Valentino rounds out your 10 drivers. Unfortunately, Gary is the first one out of tonight's event. Starks picks up a penalty. I could see a lot of penalties throughout this race in the pouring down rain. Guys slide through the corners in the game, giving them track limit penalties. Dante now really starting to put some pressures. He is really cut down into that lead of the Haas in front of him. On board now with Dante in that fifth position. As we saw, Oliveira missed this corner a lot in practice, and he's missed it again. And guys are now starting to come down pit road here. Gotta wonder, are we starting to get to the intermediate tires here? And I think we are, so the track might be starting to dry out. Drivers now starting to come down pit road to get on the green wall intermediate tires. So that is a sign that the rain is not stopped yet, but it is lightening up here, so we'll have to see. Good stops by both these drivers, 5th and 6th now. Gray Dude, 5 seconds crossing the white line. Dante now all over the back here at Oliveira. Both these drivers just flew on a set of intermediates here. As you look down from the blimp. Dre Dude picks up another 3 seconds. But he cannot finish any worse than 10th right now as long as he completes the race regardless of how many penalties he gets. That's Dante now looking for the move. He goes inside the Haas. Back on the throttle better. Good job there. Dante now up a position. And Dante has set fastest lap here. So them intermediate tires are the ones to be on. Ooh, Meatbender picked up a 3-second penalty. Looks like he might have cut too much of the line coming on the pit road. But now your race leader and Meatbender in the pits. Lucky who stopped under the virtual safety car now. Or earlier. Set the fastest lap here. Can he really jump these guys? Coming up the hill. Peter's got to get up to speed. This is a battle for the race lead now. Lucky with a good undercut here. Got himself up to P2 and now he's looking for the race lead. Slides back in behind Kudo. Going through the S's. A great call by that AlphaTauri team. Lucky now all the way up to P2. Now all 10 cars are on the intermediate, so everybody has made the switch over. Question is now, will the racetrack dry out enough for these guys to go on slick tires somewhere near the end of this? And if that transition happens, who is going to make the right call on when to come down pit road and make that change? Could make all the difference. You see the time Lucky has made up by just coming in one lap earlier for the intermediates. Dante also making moves. He is now up to 4th. Oliveira here in 5th. Ray now 6th. Dots here in 7th. Valentino, Rob, and Lewis Hamilton ran out your 10 drives remaining as we go back up. Lucky has set the fastest lap. Here comes Me Bender. Judo now starting to pull away. That lead is now 1.5 seconds. Dante crosses the line. He sets fastest lap. So Dante really got that Aston Martin up and going now. Oliveira here in 5th. Take you back to closest battle here. This is first 6 as Dre Dude and Dots are going at it. Down this front straightaway, up the hill into a blind left-hander. On board now with the Haas. Dots here in a 7th position. Both drivers, nice job to get down. Oh, saw the big wiggle by Dre Dude. Dre Dude still fighting the handling here in the wet. Hamilton has picked up a 3-second play now for track limits. And Dre Dude once again goes super wide. But Dots not quite close enough there to make the move. He was going to have to fall back behind the Afro mare. Dre Dude still struggling. But this is the closest battle on the racetrack. As you see the view the driver sees. Now Kudo has set fastest lap. Your race leader, 1:47.5. Dots and Dre Dude going at it. Dre Dude goes awful. Dots goes wide there. It's going to give the spot back to Dre Dude. Here on lap 11. Oliveira has now picked up a 3-second penalty for track limits. Penalties now starting to add up for some of these drivers. And now Alpine off course. That's going to be Valentino there. Of course you saw Dots there. Get back on the throttle. It's a little too soon. You can see the tire marks in the rain. He has now fallen 1.3 seconds behind Dre Dude. Hamilton has gotten around Valentino with that mistake and now move Hamilton up to that 8th position. Valentino and then Rob Starks rounds out the field here. Back up front with your race leader here on lap number 12. Udo has led every lap here. Speedo once again sets fastest lap. Lucky now has fallen 3.7 seconds off the pace. Me Bender here in third. Dante now fourth. Oliveira here in fifth. Dots has gotten around. Dots and Draydeed are still going at it. Dante has now set fastest lap. This has been a nice battle here for this sixth position. These two have been going at it for quite a few laps now. Field has really gotten strung out here in the weather. Still looks like the rain is falling. Nowhere near as heavy as it was earlier, so I have to see if the rain stopped. We are not quite halfway. Dots has just picked up saw him at the apex there. He picks up a penalty, so now all but 3 drivers have picked up some kind of penalty here. I'll make it 4 drivers. Top 2, Dante and Valentino, still without penalties. Make it now. Dante has picked up 1, so now we are down to 3 drivers without a penalty. Look at this battle, side by side down the long back straightaway. Dots gets the job done there. Can Brady fight him back? Oh, and look at the Alfa Romeo around in the background. Ooh, the Ferrari misses him. Good job there. JD tries to get that Alfa Romeo going. He gets her going again, but lost the spot. He is now down to P8 here, as Hamilton got around him, and now the Alpine here of Antio. And you can see JD really struggling there as Antio has gotten around him. Alright, we're back from our commercial break here. Now the sign did come up saying DRS is enabled now. So that telltale sign that the racetrack is definitely starting to dry out here. Rain's still coming down. Very shocked that DRS became enabled. Brady just fighting that Alfa Romeo. It's a good run here out of this corner. He is tucked up right behind him. DRS enabled, so that rear wing open. That's going to give him a lot more speed. But is he going to be able to stop this car at the end of this straight line here? On the brakes hard. He gets her rolled down. Good job. Need Drady back to that 8th position. Gotta believe with that low downforce he's running, this drier this track gets, the better Drady is going to get here. Don't quite yet have a dry line for these guys to go to the slicks, as we are now just past halfway. Drady really fighting this car, but he is pulling away from the Alpine. Dirt tracking it. For all y'all guys who like dirt track racing, Drady here is just throwing this Alfa Romeo all around this racetrack right now. You can see him back on the gas, car going everywhere. Looking back at the Alpine here. Ooh, Valentino almost slid into the back of him there. It's going to give Drady a little gap here to try to spin that. Get out of DRS range maybe. Still see the spray coming off of the tires here. So still not quite dry enough yet. Go to slicks. Kudo sets fastest lap once again, as he is now 9 seconds ahead of Meebender. Lucky made another stop. Rob starts around, but he gets that Aston Martin going. Lucky has now set fastest lap in his AlphaTauri. Drady once again. The rain is still coming down, so I still have yet to really see a window that could be opening up for slick tires. Oliveira has picked up another 3-second penalty. I believe that is 2 on him. So this leaderboard could change a lot as drivers, and now Drady looks like he is coming down pit road. Gets on the brakes into the pits. Right now we'll see what kind of tires here does the Alfa Romeo go to. Looks like he's going to another set. He's got to serve some of these penalties. Goes to a new set of intermediates here. Your field has gotten strung out, so let's give you a quick rundown. Our points leader is right now MP1 here. Big wiggle there by the Mercedes. Meebender second in the standings, second in the race here. Dante up to P3 now. Lucky in 4th. Oliveira now 5th. His teammate Dot's here in 6th. Hamilton here in the 7th position. For Hanito, if I pronounced that right, that's a hard name to pronounce. He is sitting 8th. Starks here in 9th, and Drady rounds out the 10 cars remaining. You can still see the rain coming down here. Going to be 10 laps remaining when the race leader gets back around to the stripe here. Rob Starks has picked up a penalty. Gets a gun. Looks like Rob is coming down pit lane, get some tires. Race leader staying out on the racetrack. Coming out of the final corner, gonna be 10 laps remaining this time by. Judo has led them all. The rain is getting light. And now it actually looks like the rain has stopped. I don't see any sprinkles hitting the car here, so question is, when do you come in and make a stop to the slicks? The rain has stopped. Oh, lucky. Penalty for speeding on pit road. That could come back to hurt him. He was trying to gain all that time on the tires. Now picks up a penalty. Meadbender to a set of medium. Dante to a set of softs. Lucky the medium, so now these guys are trying to jump the race leader here. Get onto a set of softs here. Get on some slicks. Try to gain that lap time. I would think with everybody coming down, your race leader will be bringing his Mercedes down pit lane here. As you can see, the skies are getting a lot lighter color gray. Here comes your race leader. He is coming down to make his stop. All these drivers now making stops to go to a set of slick tires. Right now, Oliveira is the only one on the racetrack that has yet to make a stop here. Here comes your race leader. 9 laps remaining. Dante has now caught the back of Meadbender, so this is a good race here for P2. Rob Stark comes out of the pits on a new set of slick medium tires here. Oliveira has his Haas coming down pit road. He is going to be the last one to make the switch over. On board now with the Aston Martin. Still see a little bit of tire spray coming up. Track ain't totally 100% dry, but dry enough. Dante on the brakes hard, slides her in there. Still looking for a way to get around Meadbender. All but 2 drivers have picked up penalties here in this event. 8 laps remaining. Dante set fastest lap 138.3. They are not quite close enough to make a move here on Meadbender. Tries to shallow that apex out to try to get a better run down the hill here, but he can't quite get there. Oh, now Dante's picked up another penalty. Hamilton has now set fastest lap down in that 7th position, 138.002 now is the fastest lap as now. Dante makes the move, gets around Meebender. On board here, 3rd place for the Meebender. Dante gets around him. Dots has picked up another penalty. Dre Dude has picked up another penalty. Judo now sets fastest lap 137.075. Battle for second here. 8.5 seconds behind us. Dante now sets a new fastest lap. The drier this track gets, the faster these times will get. Dante now second. Meebender down to 3rd. Lucky here in 4th. Dots here in 5th. Got his teammate not far behind in that 6th position. Then another 8 seconds here back to Hamilton. And then we get down. Valentino and Dre Dude, the last 2 cars on the lead lap as Rob Starks has gone a lap down. But you can see right now the race leader is on the same straightaway. Oh, Dre Dude goes in deep, gets a little contact. Dre Dude now letting him have his position back. Good sportsmanship there. Dre Dude realized he got in too deep. Blows up. Lets the Alpine get the spot back. So that's just class move right there. That's what we like to see here. That's pretty much without being able to talk to the driver, saying, hey, my bad. Here you go. I had the spot back. I'll get it back again for me clean. A good job there by Dre Dude. Good respect move there. So now he is looking to make the move up the hill into turn 1. Can't quite get to him this time. We wondered how good that Alfa Romeo would get once the racetrack dried out. Now, Duty S is here. This is 8th and 9th. These two really need to figure out what they're going to do, as the race leader is really not far behind. Valentino trying to block Dre Dude now. Dre Dude's going to have DRS here. You see the race leader right there in that Mercedes. Not far from pinning these two a lap down. Valentino goes way to the inside trying to hold that position. Dre Dude to the outside. Valentino back in. Good hard racing from these two. Dre Dude looks like he has got the spot for the moment. Going to be 5 laps remaining when the race leader gets it back around to the straight this time. Dre Dude now starting to pull away. He's gotten close to being out of DRS range here from the Alpine. Alpine goes awful wide there. Lost tons of ground. There's your race leader looking to pit these two a lap down. As you can see from our race leader, Kudo here, under 5 to go now. Kudo still has an 8-second lead over your race here for second between Dante and Meebender. Both these drivers have penalties. Lucky back in the pits again. Now he does have an open slot there, but at 26 seconds back to Dots. So looks like Lucky might be Coming in, maybe go to a set of softs. Yes, he is. He is going to try to come out, maybe get that bonus point for fastest lap here. The horses come out the final corner. Here comes Lucky. Here comes the two horses. Lucky would love to be able to hold these two back here and get going. And he does. Perfect timing there. He comes out just in front of the two horses. So a free spot there, free pit stop there for Lucky. He is not going to lose any positions now. He's on the fresher tires here. See if he can pull off the fastest lap. I could also see right now Hamilton, who is 8 seconds behind Oliveira. I could see Hamilton maybe trying to pull the same move here, as all these drivers are now starting to try to fight for that final here for that final spot, that bonus point for fastest lap, as the Alpine of Valentino has gone around. Hamilton now with almost a 40-second lead over Dre Dude, has a big gap where he can make a stop here. Try to go for fastest lap. Dante Midbender still going at it. This battle for second is a good one. Midbender goes a little wide, comes back side by side here through the S's. Either driver giving an inch. Good hard racing from these two. Dante's going to hold that position at the moment. Lucky coming out of the final corner here now. Is Lucky going to get fastest lap here? That was his get up to speed lap. Valentino picks up a penalty. Midbender now gets the move done as he goes back around Dante. Gotta wonder now if Dante has burnt up them soft tires. Gonna be 3 laps remaining when they get back around to the stripe. Just 3 laps remaining here. Midbender still holding on at a second position. Dante here in third. Dante with DRS. Can he quite get there? No, he can't. Straight line speed of the Williams holds him off. Valentino on pit road. No, he just gets it going. Looks like he lost it out of the final corner. Midbender now starting to pull away. Here comes Lucky out of the final corner. Is he going to steal that fastest lap? No, he doesn't. As you can now start to see, the sun has come out here in Coda. Kind of shocking that Hamilton did not come down pit road and try to get that fastest lap. Here comes Stray Dude. Valentino here. And Rob back up with your race leader. There's now 2 laps remaining here at Coda. The battle for second is a good one. Dante has gotten back around Midbender, so these two have really been trading that second position. 2 laps remaining here. Valentino is around. Don't think we're going to get a safety car this late in the event. Bender now looking to take the spot back here down this long back straight to give the Williams the position for the time being here. This battle for second now 10 seconds behind your race leader. Valentino picks up another penalty as these guys are now, you can see the Mercedes dot now coming through that final corner. 1 lap remaining here. It's going to be the white flag this time by. 1 lap remains here in Coda. The battle for second is still a good one. Bender owns it. Dante wants it. Up the hill for the final time tonight. Dante not quite close enough to make the move. Through turn 1 as now they go downhill and to start the S's here. Gotta wonder how this leaderboard is going to change here with all the penalties. You got some guys pretty not real super far apart in the middle part of the grid right now. So you gotta wonder how some of these times might change positions with the penalties. Right now, Bender's still doing a good job of holding off Dante. DRS now open on the Aston Martin, but is he close enough to make a move? It doesn't look like he is. No, he is not. He's not going to get close enough there to make the move there. That might have been his best shot here. They come around here, just a couple more corners to go. Take you up here, Kudo now, out of the final corner. Here comes the Mercedes, and your winner of the Champions Division United States Grand Prix is your points leader. Is going to extend that points lead here tonight. Bender looks like he is going to hold on to that second position depending on the penalties. He comes across the line in second. Dante's going to cross the line P3. Lucky now in fourth here. Have to see now if any of these positions change hands with all the penalties. Kudo is your race winner. Here comes Lucky. Lucky with one of the drivers that doesn't have a penalty, so he should maintain this fourth position. He is going to cross the line. Good run there for the AlphaTauri. And now comes Dots in the Haas. He's going to cross the line in fifth. Olivia now looks like he is going to cross the line here in sixth. He loses a spot. Hamilton moves up to sixth with the penalties. Trey Dudes 8th, Valentino 9th. And Rob Starks is going to finish P10 here. A good job here by all these drivers in what was a wild weather day for these guys. We will give you a rundown here of the grid, final finishing order, as you take a look at your podium. Kudo, Bender, and Dante are your podium finishers here. Give you a rundown, full field rundown, do all the stuff I gotta do, screenshot. Kudo is your race winner, Bender second, Dante third, Lucky fourth, Dots fifth. Hamilton's P6, Oliveira now in 7th, Trady's going to finish P8, Valentino's going to get a top 10 here in 9th, and Rob Starks is going to finish 10th. Only one DNF tonight, and that was Gary. Unfortunately, Gary got involved in an accident that was no fault of his own, just had nowhere to go at the time being. But Gary, the only one to not finish tonight's race. Dante gets driver of the day and fastest lap, so double bonus points for the Aston Martin driver here tonight. So that is your official rundown here. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the IUF1 rolls right back here into Austin with our Tier 1 division. I will be back on the mic again, as I unfortunately have to miss another race to cover COMMS. So I will be back in the booth again tomorrow night. I'll have to find somebody to drive my house in reserve tomorrow in the Tier 1 race. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank our partners, AXCEL Sports, for all your motorsports wear needs, race suits, undergarments, fire suits. Visit excelsports.com for their large selection. Also, our music provider, Solfang, so go to Facebook at Solfang, give them a follow, as we definitely appreciate the music they give us to play during our broadcasts. Hope you enjoyed it. And so I am MFG, everybody. So until tomorrow night, congratulations to Mercedes and Kudo on extending his points lead, and we will see you tomorrow night from Texas. Thanks, everybody.